welcome back. Today we are going to talk about simplifying like terms. These are your notes that you can fill in during the video. At any time, if you feel like I'm going too fast, just pause the video and take your time. I'm going to go through each box one at a time so that you understand how to simplify like terms. We're going to start with that first box. So, what are like terms? I wanted to show you the difference between like terms and examples that are not. These are all examples of like terms. Notice that in the first one, you have a coefficient, which is 2, and you have the variable x. Notice the similarities in the like terms on your left column, and then I'm going to show you the right side and look at the differences here. If you notice this 4x and a 4y, they are unlike terms because the first one has the variable x, whereas the second one has a y. So those are not like terms. Again, here you have a 6x, but over here you have a 9. Notice that on this side you have a negative 8 and 10, so you can combine those. It's almost like, think of a fruit salad. If you are combining all of your apples, those would be like terms. You can combine all of your grapes or raspberries or blueberries separately. Those would all be like terms. When you put them all together in the fruit salad, what you're going to see in just a minute is we're going to pull all the individual fruits out and we're going to combine them together. So go ahead and add your like terms and your unlike terms to your notes and make sure you understand the differences between the two. Okay, again, pause the video if you need to have time to copy all of those down. All right, next slide. For this one, I'm going to give you an example. Now, again, think of your fruit. So we have B, we could think of blueberries, the C, maybe cantaloupe, B, blueberries, and then the C, cantaloupe. So we want to combine your blueberries and then your cantaloupe. What I always like to do is circle my like terms in different colors. So what you could do, if you notice down below, I've already done that for you. So your 6b and your minus 2b. I want you to notice something. We talked about this in class. You always want to take the sign that is in front of that number. So this is a negative 2b. A negative 2b is the exact same thing as a minus 2b. It's going to be very important that you take the sign in front. Otherwise, you're going to get the problem wrong. So notice that the 6b and the 2b are in the blue circles. Those are your like terms. Then in a different color, I have my plus 4c and my plus 7c, and those are right here in my squares. So right now we want to combine our like terms, and I always like to go in alphabetical order. So we're going to do our b's first. So what you're going to do is you're going to combine your b's, so the circles. So 6b minus a 2b is 4b. You don't know what b is. You don't know what it is equal to. So basically, we're going to get an expression. You don't know what the variable equals. So a 6b minus 2b, that's like saying 6 blueberries minus 2 blueberries, you have 4 blueberries. All right, and then I'll do it in another color. So now you have a plus 4c and a plus 7c. So you're going to add those together and write it here. So 11c. And that is your answer. It is an expression because there is not an equal sign. So the correct answer would be 4b plus 11c. And that's all you can do at this point. You do not know what the variables equal. So this is called an expression. And if you want to write that down. Okay, next slide. All right, let's talk about our like terms again. So simplify the expression 4W plus 3 plus 2W minus 1. So what you want to do, and if you want to have two different colors, you can. I want you to circle all the like terms in different colors. So your W's you're going to circle in one color, and then your numbers. All right, so I have them in different colors for you. We're going to now group the like terms. So notice that the W's are in blue and my numbers are in green. On the next line, we're going to combine our 4W plus our 2W and then our 3 minus the 1. Notice that the 4W and the 2W equals 6W plus 2. And that is your answer. That's all you can do right now because you do not know what the W equals. All right, next slide. Combining like terms. So let's combine the 2x plus the 5x minus the 4y plus 3. So go ahead and circle your like terms in two different colors, actually three different colors in this case. Again, pause the video if I'm going too fast. When you're ready, you should have three different colors in this case because we have an x, we have a y, and then we have our constant, which is 3. All right, so now we're going to combine our like terms. And I always like to go in alphabetical order. So 7x minus 4y plus 3. So what did we do? We identified our like terms by circling them in different colors. And then we combined the coefficients, the 2 and the 5. That gives you the 7x. So the 2 is a coefficient, the 5 is a coefficient. All right, let's look at letter B. So decide on how many different terms or like terms that you have. I see a D, a C, so really just two. And again, you're going to circle them in two different colors. So we're going to identify our like terms. Now, they did not circle the sign in front of this 4D, so I'm going to expand my circle because I want you to make sure that you do, in fact, include that sign in front. Not sure why they didn't do that. All right, identify your like terms. So you have a 5D plus your 5C. So combine your coefficients here, 9 and 4. 9 minus 4 is 5, and 7 minus 2 is 5. Okay, so this is your answer here. All right, letter C. You have three different terms here, so we're going to go ahead and notice that you have three different terms, and of course I would make that a plus C and a minus 6. So let's go ahead and circle that whole thing there. So I would have done this and a plus C. That way you can see it. So always circle the symbol that's in front. There are no like terms in this case. Okay, so really that is your answer. So let's see, what did we have here? Oh, that was a C. So I would say what you could do is, because C does not have a coefficient in front, that's really like saying 1C. So what you're going to do, you could put the 1C there, but it would be okay if you did not. So it's 1C, I've used the C, then I'm going to go to the G plus 8G minus the 6. Now what you could see as well is C plus 8G minus 6. Okay, the 1 is understood because there is one C. All right, now let's just try a few. So 8K plus a 2K, those are like terms, so you could actually just put a box around that. So that would equal 10K plus 7. Number 2. I have a Q here, 3Q. You could put a 1 in front of this Q, so that would be 1Q. So a 3Q plus a 1Q would equal a 4Q And then you have an r. This is a minus 1r, so you could put the 1 there. So a minus 1r plus a 6r. You really have to know your integer rules. So a negative 1r plus 6r would give you a positive 5r. Number 3. Let's see, I have a negative 6. I have a plus 11. I have a positive 3s minus a 5s. So I'm going to put my variable terms first. So a 3s minus a 5s would give me a negative 2s. And then negative 6 plus 11 is a positive 5. Okay. So why don't you go ahead and try the rest on your own. I believe there's just 2 more, and we will discuss it in our next class. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you just jot them down and we'll talk about it in class. Thank you.